ज्योति स्टेनो टाइपिंग कॉलेज में आप सभी का स्वागत है बच्चों। कैसे हैं आप सभी? उम्मीद करता हूँ अच्छे होंगे। ये इंग्लिश 100 WPM डिक्टेशन क्लास है, सभी डिपार्टमेंट लोगों के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट डिक्टेशन है। इसको अच्छे से पहले मेरे साथ लिखिए सुन करके, और फिर जो है जो बच्चे अपनी एक्यूरेसी जानना चाहते हैं ट्रांसक्रिप्शन करके, मतलब इंग्लिश में टाइप करके, तो सॉफ्टवेयर है, वेबसाइट सॉफ्टवेयर है www.jyotistenotypingcollege.com। इस सॉफ्टवेयर पर जाइए, वहाँ पर आप जाकर के मंथली सब्सक्रिप्शन ले सकते हैं 500 रुपये महीना। उसमें आपको पुरानी डिक्टेशन ही मिल जाएंगी और नई जो बोल रही है ये भी आप उसमें लिख सकते हैं। तो मैं पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ 100 WPM डिक्टेशन नंबर, ये है 20 आ गई ना? हाँ, तो 20 नंबर है ये, और काफ़ी अलग तरह की डिक्टेशंस हैं, ये इंपॉर्टेंट डिक्टेशंस हैं। डिक्टेशन स्टार्ट आफ्टर 5 सेकेंड। Sir, this is a very small amendment bill and there is no question of opposing it. But taking advantage of this amendment bill, I would like to dwell on some salient points on the condition of sign workers in our country. The film industry seems to be a very glittering industry outwardly, but inwardly it is not so, because the sign workers who are involved in it, whether in the production state or distribution stage or exhibition stage, suffer from many handicaps and their service conditions are miserable. Of course, the limitation of this bill is quite understandable, and it is only about sign workers welfare fund, but in our country there are about 12 houses, and every year a few hundred feature films are produced. About 25 lakh of people are engaged in this industry in various forms, whether technicians or musicians or workers or in the distribution or exhibition system. A huge number of people is involved in film industry. I feel this bill relates to sign workers who are related to production stage, but I do not know what is in the minister's mind about sign workers, whether they are in the distribution side or exhibition side. I think more than 60% are in the distribution and exhibition side. Their condition is more miserable than those who are in the production side. First of all, this bill says that the ceiling will be raised from rupees 1,000 to rupees 1,600 to bring them on par with the other workers in other mines, etc. But I would say that rupees 1,600 is not a sufficient amount. As you know, the prices are rising. Salaries in the case of workers in the other industries are being raised under pressure of the labor movement, under pressure of trade unions. But what is the position of the labor laws? Of course, the Honorable Minister is in charge of information and broadcasting. My suggestion is that it should be raised to rupees 2,500 per month. In regard to the advisory committee, the amendment in such number of members as may be appointed. The number is 11 now, but I feel that this should not be kept so flexible. When you say that we are interested in the welfare of sign workers, if we want that fruitful decision should take place, my suggestion is that instead of keeping it so flexible, a minimum number should be fixed. It can be increased if required. That way it can be flexible, but at the same time I would suggest that as far as the government nominees are concerned, It should not be more than the existing number. Another point is that it is not known how much amount has been collected in the sign workers welfare fund so far. We also do not know how much has been distributed among the sign workers. It has been reported that only a meager amount is collected. Sir, I fully agree with the feelings and sentiments expressed by the honorable members that more is required to be done so far as sign workers are concerned. I have not stated in my speech, nor that is the purpose or the object of that this is what is possible of everything has been given by this amendment. Sir, the step which has been proposed and which appears from the statement of objects and reasons is to bring the sign workers par with others similarly situated on equal footing. There are 4 acts under which this welfare fund is in operation, so it was thought by the government first to bring the sign workers at par with them when their welfare fund is being exercised within certain parameters, and the same would be brought so far as sign workers are concerned, and that is why these amendments are being made to bring it at par with them. The honorable members suggested that it should not be rupees 1600 but it should be more. But at present, under those other acts, it is remaining at rupees 1600, but sign workers has remained at rupees 1000. So we wanted to bring them on equal footing with others, and so far as the question of its raising further is concerned, those are the exercises which are required to be made later on. Firstly, we wanted to bring the social legislation, the beneficial legislation, as quickly as possible to the benefit of sign workers. Sir, so far as what has been given up till now is concerned, immediately this was transferred from the Information and Broadcasting Ministry to the Labour Department in April 1986. This discussion took place as to how the benefit is to be given. It was identified that under other welfare funds there are 11 hospitals and 213 dispensaries which have been directed to give the same benefit which were being given by the other welfare fund covering other workers to the sign workers. So immediately the workers who are nearby to these hospitals and dispensaries in the country will get the benefit. An honorable member said that there are minors working and it should be checked. So far as that is concerned, there are other acts which come into operation for the protection to the minors. So far as theatres are concerned, there is a special act, as you know. It is the Cinema Theatre Employees Regulation of Employment Act that will govern the position. Guidelines will certainly be framed as soon as the bill comes through. There will be checks, balances, and guidelines for the rule making power. The government will not have unbridled power, but it will have powers which are controlled by various checks and balances. So far as the expenditure is concerned, I find that rupees 1 lakh has been given as scholarship for the people who are children for the workers here. The Labour Department is taking action. तो ये वर्ड मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कितने हैं. और स्पीड भी बता देता हूँ कितनी है ये। वर्ड है ये बच्चों 986, 986 वर्ड है ये। और जो पढ़ी गई है ये पढ़ी गई है 9 मिनट में। 986 डिवाइड बाई 9, 109 के आसपास इसकी स्पीड है। डिक्टेशन नंबर 20 के नाम से इसको लगा दिया गया है। जो नए बच्चे हैं और जो इसको टाइप करना चाहते हैं, मैंने बताया वेबसाइट है www.jyotistenotypingcollege.com। इस पर आप जाइए, एडमिशन फॉर गवर्नमेंट जॉब ओनली का बटन है, उस पर क्लिक कीजिए, रजिस्ट्रेशन कीजिए। रजिस्ट्रेशन करने के बाद स्टेनो कोर्स में जाइए, वहाँ पर जा करके इंग्लिश स्टेनो बेसिक टू गवर्नमेंट जॉब का एक कोर्स है, वो ले लीजिए। उसके अंदर सारी चीज़ें अवेलेबल है, डिक्टेशन भी है, टाइपिंग सॉफ्टवेयर भी हैं, बेसिक भी है, सब कुछ है। इस क्लास के जितना भी नमस्कार।